Hello, dear students. Welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to discuss about one important part of this operation, PERT and CPM, that is numbering the events or numbering the node. Dr. Fulkerson has developed one rule by which we can give number to the events in a drawn network. After drawing the network based on the precedence constraint, then the next thing is we need to give the numbers to the node. Please remember the numbers cannot be given random because the numbers of nodes or events in a network diagram indicate the flow of process, and also they indicate the dependency, that is the interdependency between the various activities. So that is why a systematic procedure has to be followed for giving the numbers to the nodes. And one more important thing is that if you go through the previous question papers, many of the times it was asked to explain the Fulkerson's rule for numbering the events at least for 5 marks. So this point or this bit seems to be important. And let us see how this Fulkerson rule is developed for the numbering the events. There are 4 steps to be followed to number the events by following the Fulkerson's rule. The first step is the initial event which has all outgoing arrows with no incoming arrow is numbered 1. That is, in a network diagram, as we know that all the means entire network start with a single node, and all the activities will terminate with a single node. Means only one start event and one event end event will be there for the entire project. So the first event, which we call it as an initial event, that initial event has no incoming arrows. There is no any incoming arrows, but it has got only the outgoing arrows. That initial event is first given the number 1. Then, after giving the number 1 to the initial or first and foremost node, next thing is delete all the arrows coming out from the node. So, when you give the number 1 to that initial node, then whatever the outgoing arrows are there, they have to be deleted, they have to be removed. And doing so, that is by deleting the outgoing arrows from the first numbered node, that will convert some more nodes, at least one node will be get converted into the initial event. Initial event means the event which has got no incoming arrows. So that after deleting the arrows, whatever the nodes that have become initial events, then you have to give the numbers, next number, that is 2, 3, like that you have to give the next numbers to that, whatever the number of nodes created as a initial, that numbers will be given. And please remember, number have to be given from top to bottom. Then after giving the numbers to this next created initial event, then again the same procedure has to be followed. That is, delete all the arrows going out from these numbered events, whatever the number 2, 3, whatever we have given, from that events, whatever outgoing arrows are there, they have to be deleted. By deleting the outgoing arrows, they create more initial events. Then again assign the next numbers to these events. So this procedure has to be continued till the final or terminal node is reached, which will be given the last number. That is, continue until final or terminal node, which has all arrows coming in with no arrow going out. So that is to be given the last number, that last event which has only incoming arrows. There are no any outgoing arrows. So that last terminating or final node has to be given the last number. Okay. I hope you have understood partially. Let us take the example, one illustrative example, and let us follow this Fulkerson's rule for numbering the events. Okay. Here it is. There is the network has been drawn based on the precedence relationship. There are A2 k activities are there, and based on the precedence relationship, the network diagram has been drawn. Say for example, suppose if you take A and B, A has no initial activity, and B has no initial activity. But when it comes to the C, the activity C has to be started only when activity A is completed. And again for D, the activity D has to be started only when activity A is completed. Then for E, the activity B has to be get completed, then only the activity E and F can be initiated. So like that, the based on the precedence relationship, the network diagram has been drawn. Let us follow here. You just observe here the nodes initial and that is a tail and head nodes are only represented, but they are not given any numbers. So how to give numbers to these nodes? So let us see by following the Fulkerson's rule. Okay, first, as the Fulkerson's rule says, the first and foremost node, that is the initial node, which has no incoming arrows but only has a outgoing. So this is the initial node which has only outgoing. A and B, these two arrows or these two activities are outgoing activities, but there is no any incoming activity. So this is considered as a initial node, and you have to give number one to this. Okay, let us give number one to this, and after giving number one to this initial node, then the next step as per the Fulkerson's rule is we have to delete the all the outgoing arrows from this numbered event. The number event is this now, and whatever the outgoing arrows A and B are there, let us remove them. So after removing these, then there are two more. After removing these, there are two more initial nodes have been created. This is a one node and this is another node. As initial node means what? There is no any incoming. So there is no any incoming for this and this. Let us give the next number. After one, the two will be given to the node which is at the top, and the next number three will be given to the next number which is at the bottom. Then after this, again, what we need to do is we have to delete the outgoing arrows from these numbered events. So let us remove C, D, E, F. These are the outgoing arrows from these numbered events. So these have been removed. Then this has created this and this. The after removal of the outgoing arrows from the second and third node has created this and this as a initial nodes, because initial node again there is no incoming, so that is why these are the initial. Next we'll give 4 to the topmost node, and the next number is 5, so this will be given to the 5 will be given to this node. Then again the same procedure has to be followed, that is the outgoing from fourth and fifth event has to be eliminated. This is to be removed and this is to be removed and this is to be removed, so that it will create this and this as a initial node. Let us see that. So this and this has become the initial node, and number 6 and 7 have been given from the moving from the top to bottom. And like that you have given, and last the terminating or the final node is this one, because this node is why it is called the final or the terminating node, because it has got only incoming arrows. There are no any outgoing arrows. That is why this is considered as the terminating node. And let us give the last number, that is after 7 the last number is 8. Okay, this 8 will be given to this. After removing this one, it will be given like this. Then let us join all this 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 5, 2 to 4, 2 to 5. This is whatever the initially it was given. So A, B, C, D. So now we have given the number. So this is a procedure for the by the Fulkerson's rule for numbering the event. Yes. The question arises why the numbering is to be done for the events in a network. So you please see that the numbering is the numbering of the events will show us the how the process will be moved or how the process is carried. So 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6. Let us take only this 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and 6 to 8. So when 1 to 2 is completed, then 2 to 4 will follow. And when the 2 to 4 is completed, 4 to 6 is followed, and 6 to 8. The tail event and head event are having the numbers which are in a ascending order. Say for example, tail event is 2, the head event is 4. It means the process is flowing from 2 to 4. And again here 2 to 5, the process is flowing, or the project is progressing from 2 to 5, then 5 to 8, or 5 to 7. But you cannot say that 5 to 3. So the process is progressing in 5 to 3. It cannot be seen. It cannot be said here, because the number, the tail number and head number should be in the ascending order, 3 and 5. The process flows from 3 to 5. In order to show the process flow, the numbering of the nodes will become more helpful. And one more thing is, in order to explain the network diagram or the project, the activities are their interdependency. So this numbering of the node will make very simple. So let us see here. Let us compare between the activity on arrows and activity on node. Just see here. This is the A, B, C, like that. There are total K. These many number of activities are there. After numbering the node, the same activity, that is activity A, can also be explained, also be described as the 1 to 2, activity 1 to 2, and B can be said that 1 to 3. So here you can say that 1 to 2 indicates that the 1 is the initial node and 2 is the final node of the one activity. That activity here we have given the name as A. Instead of giving A, directly you can write it as a 1 to 2. This number itself will show you, says that the interdependency of the various activity. There is no separate column requires on where you can list the precedence relationship, or the activities which are dependent, or the which are having the interdependency over the other activities. So here, if you give only this column and followed by the duration, time duration for each activity, that will be sufficient to draw the network diagram and also explain the constraint, that is a precedence relationship or a precedence constraint. So let us see here one more advantage of the numbering the node. The activities which are having the same initial node, that is node number, that is 1 1. Okay, this 1 1 can be said that this activity 1 to 2 and 1 to 3 are concurrent activities. Concurrent means both will start at the same time and having the common tail event, that is 1. It means that both will be started at the same time. Again, you can consider for the 2 to 4 and 2 to 5 also. The 2 to 4 and 2 to 5, these two activities will start at the same time from the same event. They are having the same start event, and these two are the concurrent activities. Then 3 to 5, 3 to 7 are also same. And when you consider the head event or the terminating event of each activity, so the activities which are having the common terminating event, that is, say for example, in this, that is a 5 and 5 are there for 2 to 5 and 3 to 5, means the activity 2 to 5 and 3 to 5 will converge at the same time, means they will complete the they can complete that execution of the activities at the same moment. And one more thing, that as I explained, so only this information sufficient enough to draw the network diagram and show the progress of the activity. The 1, it is the initial event for the entire project, and 8, it is a end event of the entire project. So the numbering will make you to more simplify, and it will make very easy to draw the network diagram instead of activity and the interdependency or the precedence constraint is given. So while solving the problems based on the activity on arrow and activity on a node will make you to feel the difference between these two while drawing the network diagram. Okay, so please go through this. This is one of the, this is one of the theory question which was frequently asked. Explain the Fulkerson's rule for numbering the events. Suppose if it is asked in the examination, what you need to do is you first write all these four steps for by which that the numbering the node is done by Fulkerson's rule, and also you have to explain this with the example. Suppose if it is asked in the examination that explain with example, it will be asked nearly 8 to 10 marks. Even though if it is not asked, then you please try to explain the Fulkerson rule of numbering with it by taking the one example. Okay, thank you.